My 501st walk I've led today, and this is my last ever fungus walk.
Oh.
Yeah, got to be done. I'm sick of the trend of foraging and all this crap, and I've got to move on to natural, doing general nature walks and try and get people clued in to the big shebang rather than, you know, following these trends. But this time of year, these things, well, all year round, these things are coming up just to drop spores. They're not here for our entertainment or anything. They're there to try and recycle everything, to keep trees alive and to break things down. Identifying these things is not that easy. When I lead butterfly walks, 58 species in Britain, easy. You know, you go to certain places, you know most of the species are not there and what's there. You lead a mushroom walk, 15,000 species in Britain. I loved the days when I first started. I had a little pocket book and used to go out and think, well, it's not that. It's not the green one, it's not the red one, it must be the white one. Oh, what a crap. I've got 80 books now, and I'm none the wiser. I really just wish I could go back in time and just not bother. No, I don't, I love it really, but so this little thing there, the spores are floating around all year round, little packets of enzymes. They land, send out little feeding tubes, known as IFI, little hollow feeding tubes, and the IFI reach out and try to connect with something they prefer. Be it a root system, so they can connect with a tree, some dead wood, in this case a little leaf. They live usually on the petioles of leaves, little stalk, they will live towards the leaf. The spore then builds up into a little mycelium. If it connects with another mycelium, it can make a secondary mycelium, and from there, little fruiting structures. All we want to do is get rid of spores. In this instance, have a stem with a cap on top, and underneath the cap are gills. If it was smooth, it could drop less spores, but if you have lots of gills, you increase your surface area, drop more spores. Spores will float away, land on a leaf, and just keep that process going. And this little thing will digest the leaves for us, put the goodness back in the soil. Trees can feed on the goodness, so it's a sacatrol, feeding on dead matter. I'm not moving at all. Perfectly formed. But if you look at it, this is a thing called Rhizome setosus. Setosus, setae hers. Look at this stem, it's got little hairs growing down it. And it's quite dark at the bottom. Common as muck at this time of year, but it's a tragedy, isn't it? People are walking along, we're in shopping centres, and oh, look at those designer clothes, oh, look at that lovely car, oh, look at that celebrity. I'm missing something like that. Beautiful thing.
Is it growing any bigger than that?
No, that's full size.
Right.
And little spores. Got thousands of spores. All floating around. And in that leaflet, you get down in your hands and knees. Start uncovering rhizomes and raspberry setosus. Pass it round. Just see them, can't you?
Anybody wants to grab it?
So this is a thing known as a spore dropper
No, you're showing
on the edge of the gill.
Yeah, go for it. You said it was your last one. I thought we'll go off with a bang.
What, run over?
Yeah.
Thank you. Now let's have a walk. Why? I got killed. If you start getting into fungi, there's certain species, I always tell people, you need to get your head round. And this is in the top 10. Simply because it's so variable. It can be formed, buff, it can be small, really opened up, wrinkly. But the key with it is the gills underneath are wide and fleshy pink. See the fleshy pink gills? So this is a thing called the deceiver. Deceiver because it's deceptive in appearance. There are quite a few different deceivers. I'd be okay to call this one as a normal Leucaria laccata. It's common as muck when it's on, but like I said, we're at the back end of the season now and the weather's not been kind to fungi, but always looks for those wide fleshy gills and you're in that Leucaria area. Leucaria laccata is a common deceiver. There's scurfy deceiver, which is a bit bigger, a bit more scurfier. There's another one popped up in the mix. There's a amethyst deceiver, twisted deceiver. But it's one, just get your eye in with and see it in all its stages and forms.
Sounds like the name of a punk band aid.
Twisted Deceiver.
Yeah.
I think that's Donald Trump, isn't it? Yeah.
I wouldn't know to look for it.
No, that was what I was thinking. I was like, how's he found that? I would have never spotted that in a million years.
So Mycenas are bonnet fungi. The more you get into fungi, you need to get books on individuals. So Mycenas, you need to get a book just on Mycenas. On the edge of the gills of Mycenas, there's these structures in between the basidia, what drop spores, called chelocystidia, and they're quite important. Some are like hydra's heads with lots of snakes, some are pimpled, some are smooth, some are long and pointed. This one with a swollen base and a granular cap is a frosted bonnet Mycena tenorima. Common as muck, and it does like growing on ash. I do check a lot of ash branches and that's what it seems to like growing on. Mycena tenorima. We should see a few Mycenas if we do okay today, but that's what that one is. And the other one, a crappy example, we should find better, but it's this thing.
Wow.
A jelly fungus. This one, if you look at it, it's got white deposits in it. And when it's bigger, it looks like someone's brain. So it is crystal brain, a brain with crystals in it. Excidia nucleata. Nucleata, like little nuclei. But this again is very, very common on dead wood.
How big, when you say bigger, how big could they be?
Not much bigger.
Like 50p?
Yeah, like that 50p maximum, yeah. But it's common, but when it's dry, they just disappear, these things. You can see it's like crystal brain. Yeah. Excidia nucleata.
And you just pick that up and find it straight away?
Yeah, just had a loop.
Wow.
So if you start looking at it, there's a bloody spring trail there. It's endless. You never go out. So you're looking at fungi, you don't go out, you end up stopping in, end up with rickets. It's Albugo candida, the white mould on one of the bittersweets. The bittersweets you need in flower really, and look how many stamens they've got. So that's what that is, another fungus. And you can buy books just on these white molds and all that, which yes,
on the
I've
white
got.
moles. You've got. I know. I couldn't even start on the moles.
Well, the thing with the moulds is if you know the plant,
Yeah.
you're almost there.
Ah.
So trichoderma one is a thing called Gicandra fumosa. The common one is Gicandra adusta, called smoky bracket, and it's fag ash grey underneath. You can see this is going grey, but fumosa, above the port tubes, it has a black line, a little dark line. Can you see it?
Yeah.
And that's the key with fumosa. And it does have quite a bracket
Yeah.
fungus. So in this instance, to get rid of your spores, put a bracket out,
Yeah.
drop your spores that way. If it gets knocked, that tree, it'll realign itself, so these pores 100% vertical and get rid of it.
Yeah.
But that's not overly common, Gicandra fumosa. You see the line above the tubes.
Yeah.
It's got pores, this one, instead of gills, which the other ones have got. And we've also got on here the other one, which is common as muck now. You'll see this right through winter. Spores coming off. All the little pixies are dancing in the woods, bombed on magic mushrooms. Get to the end of night, when they get shagged out, put the candles out and go to sleep. Candle snuff fungus. Xylaria hypoxylon.
Oh yeah.
Lovely little thing. Some people, in some books, they call it antler fungus, but that name is better for the jelly-like fungus. You can see when you get it on. But they love mossy logs, damp mossy logs. Xylaria hypoxylon. Beautiful things. Very, very, very common. They've been in the woods, and just before they're going to start nibbling it, thinking, this tastes crap, this. Put some salt on it. And that salt when the sun shines on it, it catches the light, these little granules, and they glisten. Glistening ink cap. Glistening ink cap, because as it opens out and gets older, it turns to black ink. It's a beautiful word, deliquescing. That's how I want to die. I want to sit in an armchair and deliquesce. Preferably at a gig, so all the punks have to clear me up and really have one last final insult to them all. Bloody slack-jawed rebels they are.
Oi, that's how you know me.
But what's that about? Deliquescing.
Deliquescing.
Turning to black ink. There are a few glistening, well, ink caps are granular on top, but the size, where they're growing, and what they're growing from, if it's growing from an orange mycelium, then you have to look at something else. There's a few other ones that grow from an orange mat. But that's glistening ink cap. Coprinellus micaceus.
Ink caps known as being poisonous, isn't it? I'm here, sorry. It's ink caps, they're known because they're poisonous, aren't they? Is that why? No.
No, what have we got?
I don't know much about them, that's why I'm a novice.
Yeah.
You won't be.
You might have guessed.
This one is a little bracket on birch, and it's a thing called, if you look at it, it's like a maze underneath. Like a birch maze gill. So Lenzites betulinus.
That's out.
Yeah, beautiful. These long, almost like tubes, but they've become elongated. So you've got this elongated look to it. Lenzites betulinus is not common. It's a beautiful thing.
So this is reasonably rare then?
It's not. You just don't come across it that often. It's not. You don't flag it as a rarity. But it's a nice thing to see. Very coral-like, isn't it? But like elongated pores, so it's almost like built up a maze. And we also got here. This is always silver birch. This one. When I was doing a walk once, a lady described this as a cappuccino. Good description, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a 5 out of 10 description.
5 out of 10. Going to go in some at coffee shops I go in.
We can't have cappuccino after breakfast, can we, Nicola?
But what you can do with this one, if you're in the woods, you cut yourself, peel it off and use it as a plaster.
Wow, no way.
Seriously?
Got to find it first.
Well, that's
That's really stuck.
It's the cappuccino one.
Has it really? That's so funny.
I only do this when I lead a walk though. Personally, if I find it and I cut myself, I'd rather bleed and leave this where it is. It's far better on the wood.
So it's not because it's poisonous, it's just you'd rather leave it on the wood.
Yeah. And it's nice to, because one of the things collecting fungi is you're denying insects a food source. When I do take the odd one for microscopy, which has got to be done to record it, but when you take the odd one and it turns to mush, the amount of maggots that are in there is brilliant.
Yeah.
Because if there's lots of maggots, there's lots of little insects. Lots of little insects, there's lots of bigger insects. And lots of bigger insects, lots of birds.
Yeah.
And the balance is right. This one, if you pass it round, smells of wet paint. And if you cut it into sections, you can sharpen razors on it. It's the razor strop fungus. But this antiseptic properties and use it as a plaster. So this,
What's its name again? It's proper name?
who knows? Yeah. But you
Stuck in here.
yeah, well, it starts off as a fist. It punches through the wood and then opens out into a big shell so it can drop lots of spores. Birch polypore. Many pores.
Yeah.
Entomologists used to cut these sections out, and this is quite firm. You can mount insects on them. Keep them forever. But it's a beautiful thing, birch polypore.
Dave, what's its real name?
Piptoporus betulinus, now Formitopsis betulinus, birch polypore.
Oh, okay.
Only grows on birch and kills all birch trees.
Okay.
It's a parasite.
Oh wow.
And then the birch tree falls and it carries on living, so it's a saprotroph. It's feeding on the dead wood. But all that dead wood there, think how many insects are going to live in there. All these other fungi can grow on there. And all that goodness is going back into the soil.
So does that actually, if it's growing on a living
Right,
sort
about
of
the pain.
birch, it
Yes,
kills it?
it'll kill it.
Right.
It sounds like pain, like
Yeah.
emulsion,
Wet
isn't
paint.
it? Yeah. Wasn't that strong? Yeah.
If you're struggling with smell,
Yeah.
if you look just there,
Yeah.
you can just see it says Dulux.
Dulux one coat.
Yeah.
Can I show you one?
Yeah, of course, yeah. It's better under there, that's the best bit. Phlebia radiata, wrinkled crust. It's wrinkly and it's crust-like, bright orange. If you get close up, you can see the wrinkling on the... all this really, but that's it. Grows over dead. It won't go this one. Grows over dead
Oh, I
wood.
like a challenge.
Insects can live in the... Yeah. Brilliant.
That's so best.
Beautiful. We have got purple jelly discs here, but it's one of two. But you need to take these for microscopy, so my missus has took one. So what I'll do, I'll take a slither with a cap, and under the microscope there's lots of flasks, little flasks side by side. Inside the flasks are 8 spores. What we've seen is spore droppers from the basidia. These flasks are called ascus, and the spores will shoot out, so these are spore shooters.
Oh wow.
Thousands of these. But this will be either Ascocarine silicium or Ascocarine sarsoides most probably, and the spores are different. But they're beautiful things, and they love dead wood, growing on dead wood, and again on silver birch. Beautiful. But it's nice, isn't it, to know these things are out there digesting and doing the things.
Yeah.
Rhopographus filicinus only grows on bracken stems. It's a fungus. Something needs to break bracken down. Rhopographus filicinus does that. And birch
What
woodwort.
part of it are we actually looking
And
at?
that, I think we're probably looking at, are we looking at the...
Are we looking at the black dots or what is it?
No,
that-
the black.
Oh really? So that's
Rhopographus,
an actual...
yeah, fungus
You
living
just
on the
imagine
stem.
that it's just the colour of the... Yeah.
There's a book you can get on things like this
Oh wow.
with all microfungi on land plants. I bought it a few years ago for 60 quid. It's online now, 2,300.
Oh you're so...
Very, very common, these coral fungus. The one you normally find is white coral, which is pure white with fringed edges. I'll take a bit of this and double check it, but I would say this is grey coral, Clavulina cinerea, and the spores will come across all over there. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, very common, but that's the way it gets rid of its spores, just all over. And the spores will
See, it's
fly
very
off.
common. I'm 42 and I've never seen it before.
It's unbelievable. We did a walk the other day and we found some newts, and this guy, 70-year-old, jumped up in her lizards. I was like, oh my goodness, this is it, you know. And if I would have showed him what a bloody BMW car was, he most probably would have known. I thought, it's just mad, innit? This is what we should be looking at.
I like that. What
Yeah.
was it?
I think this is grey coral, but I'll
Grey
check
coral.
it and just double check it. It's not got fringed edges like white coral, and it is grey, so I'll check a piece of it. I'm going to keep that for my missus.
Yeah.
But beautiful. Insects can live in the... Yeah. Brilliant.
That's so best.
Beautiful. We have got purple jelly discs here, but it's one of two. But you need to take these for microscopy, so my missus has took one. So what I'll do, I'll take a slither with a cap, and under the microscope there's lots of flasks, little flasks side by side. Inside the flasks are 8 spores. What we've seen is spore droppers from the basidia. These flasks are called ascus, and the spores will shoot out, so these are spore shooters.
Oh wow.
Thousands of these. But this will be either Ascocarine silicium or Ascocarine sarsoides most probably, and the spores are different. But they're beautiful things, and they love dead wood, growing on dead wood, and again on silver birch. Beautiful. But it's nice, isn't it, to know these things are out there digesting and doing the things.
Yeah.
But if you touch it, it goes pink.
Squeeze it.
Sorry, I'm gonna take some photos of it.
You see it?
Yeah. And why would it do that?
Just reacts, just chemicals. There's all these different fungi. The combinations have come up with different reactions and things like that.
Do you reckon it would taste different if there's a chemical reaction? Would it be to stop something eating it?
Could well be. Could be just a cocktail of chemicals. I'm not sure on this one. What I do know it is though, I call it Lady of the Woods. If you see a lady in the woods and you give her a squeeze, she blushes. That's what it's doing.
Normally smacking them out.
Well, there is another species which you squeeze and doesn't blush. That's slag of the woods. But we're not bothered with that one today. Swithland.
So something comes out eaten by something.
So what does it smell like, Daniel?
It smells like a mushroom, but it's like weird.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it on camera and... Right, yeah, okay.
It's been eaten by something, I think.
Yeah.
Ropographus. All clustered.
3 all in one?
All in one.
Is there a reason they would grow together?
No,
Like,
just, well, yeah, because there's bracken growing near a log and the two have just
Combined.
combined. Nice though, isn't it? Right, should we go back to the top?
shall we?
40 fingers.
You just don't care, you do you? Just get away. Balls.
Balls.
Cramp balls. King Alfred's cakes.
Oh, you can use them for starting, starting fires, is it?
Fires.
Yeah.
But instead of taking them, using them for fires,
Yeah.
go and buy a box of matches.
Yeah.
Also, when you decollect them, you get a bag full of like maggots and beetles and.
Yeah, there's stuff all sorts
Yeah,
in
you
there,
don't
isn't there? So this one, I'll take one. Just grab.
Use your one behind.
What's this one?
Oh.
No, I thought that was one. Gonna just grab that a minute.
Yeah. I didn't pick it.
I'll get to that over. So this one is King Alfred's cakes or cramp balls. If you cut it lengthways, Daldinia concentrica, full of concentric lines. And the spores will come out all from the. You can see the concentric lines inside.
Oh, yeah.
And it does like growing on ash trees. It's one of the, but it does grow on beech and a few other things as well. Daldinia concentrica and Ipoxylon petrinae was slightly violaceous with a black edge, and that's another one what loves growing on ash. This one's an ink cap.
It is an ink cap.
It is.
Not a.
I'll take that and have a look at it under a
You
microscope.
can have that one.
It might be
It's
one of
Sky
the-
you to thank for.
It might be one of the pleated ink caps.
Okay.
I'll need to
Yeah.
check it just under the microscope, see which one it is. Wood around here. I'll take one of these, just it's Satharellas, brittle stems,
Okay.
but there are a few. I've just bought a book on Satharellas. So I'll take a couple and I'll microscope these. I think it's Satharella pyluliformis. What look like stamp areas. Off you get, Benny. There's a Dasycyphus.
Okay.
One of two, Virginius or Nivea. So I'll take that one.
Is that for the good lady?
The good lady, yeah.
Oh, I'll take that.
Thank you. There they are. Dasycyphus. Like little white filly edge cups. On oak. Living on the dead wood. Everywhere. On a good season you'd see them everywhere. So it's not as though somebody's been in taking things because they won't take them, they're poisonous.
What does it smell like?
And it's wonderful habitat.
Very mushroomy.
So that's another one, 8 to go. Scleroderma aeolatum. There you go with it. That's a gall look, yeah. The galls don't have a name, they're named after the cause of the wasp.
Right.
So Andrippus.
Have you named it to me now? I'm a bit better on it.
Andrippus lignicola. Cola gall. That's a better size one. So you can see, if you look at that close up, you'll see the little furry edges. But this one, you can have a look. Lovely, aren't they? I'll put it there so you can have a look at that one.
What we've got here then, guys?
I'm finding it difficult to actually. Oh,
It's a
nice.
filament
wow.
of honey fungus.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, they're beautiful.
Is that what it looks like? Is that the whole thing, a honey fungus?
No, the fruiting bodies come on.
I'm going to take a little photo. There you go, Dave. That's actually really quite beautiful. You're all right there.
There's one of my favourites there. This bronzy bracket. This one. Hymenocreate rubiginosa. These lovely bronze brackets. Beautiful things. Living on all. Yeah, yeah. So that's the way they'll grow.
They're all very perfect miniature.
Lovely colour, isn't it? Where they grow. All along the dropping the woods.
Yeah, you see this one? This is a really delicate little.
If you really get down, I mean, there's Melicias, you know, the spore shooters. So there's some Melicias there, which are the, see them, the little discos. But those are cripplingly difficult to do. You need to microscope them. And some say, even under a microscope, a lot of them are the same. And it's just colour nuances, so they're not sure about them.
What are those black ones called again?
Cramp balls.
Cramp.
Cramp balls. Daldinia concentrica with the concentric lines in. Or King Alfred's cakes, they look like burnt cakes.
Yeah, they do.
And that's a little...
Or oven bottom muffins, where you're from, Dave.
Oh, what?
Oven bottom muffins. I get them from Ashton Market.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got loads of mates in East Manchester.
Right, yeah. Over and bottom muffin.
Are you collecting these?
Well, I've been given a bag, so yeah,
I
pop
just
them
gave you
in.
a bag because they were there.
So that's my panorama with a bulbous stem, that one. Is that the right one?
Oh yeah, I love getting old.
Do you like making noises whenever you stand up? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Rolling out of bed before you can stand up.
I like being aware of my knees at all times. That's nice.
That's the beginning of it, yeah.
Posture.
Yeah, I'm a runner.
Ah, yes.
It's going blue.
It's actually squat jumps or something.
All spotted to.
Well done, Logan.
There you go, mate. Crystal brain champion.
Oh, wow. That's your baby.
Yeah.
What do we have here, guys?
We've got a clouded agaric in the bottom. I believe it was a mycena of some sort. And these teeny tiny ones on the top there.
Thanks. Whose is this?
Oh, it came with the mushroom.
Handy.
It's got a real pinky.
Oh, okay, here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah. God, it's strong. What's the magnification on this?
It's like a mushroom, isn't it?
The clouded agaric is this one on the bottom.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember, it was some sort of mycena on the top. But Dave was saying sometimes the clouded agaric will have a sort of white must on the top, and another fungus will grow on there, so you end up with a little piggy pig.
Oh, wow. Fascinating.
Purple deceiver and wide gills. Nice. Thanks.
It's a model of a city and put a myxomycete at this end and food at the other, and the myxomycete made its way to the food, and it was the shortest route, and that's how they could plan the underground system.
Wow, really? Fantastic. Oh, thanks to these ones.
Have we seen that one yet?
Where is it?
Up over yonder.
Do you want to go and get one? Can you remember where it is?
Yeah.
Be off with you. Banished into the netherworld. Yeah, just bring up a young one and an older one, please. And I'll see what it is. Oh, insects.
I know where they all are. They're on my rugby sprouts.
Physiosporinus sanguineus. So every year I set my target at 500 species. I want to see 500 species. I've not seen this one this year. Physiosporinus sanguineus goes sanguine. It bruises red. Very soft crust. Look at that. Beautiful.
So beautiful.
That's a new one. Physiosporinus sanguineus. The gills between the bifida, what drops spores, the structure's called helocystidia, and they've got little antlers on them. So that's why that's deer shield, luteus, cervinus. Common, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, really is common one. Is it edible? Doesn't matter, does it? Leave it with me.
You've got some of your purple bisky ones there as well.
Yeah, but we've taken some earlier on with ascocarines, yeah. Yeah, I've taken a couple, so.
Love a slate.
Oil. Inside planes, there's a fungus what can live in the oil.
Really?
Make the planes crash. Yeah. They're everywhere.
What? Make the point. Those oysterlings.
These are oysterlings, yeah, nice one.
And is that mycelium?
Yes, well
Where?
that's the mycelium. Look, you can see it's built up.
Wow.
I think that's, and I love those. They are so cute.
Well, I need to
They're
take
really
those.
pretty, aren't
It's
they?
a jelly thing.
So are these competing
That's
with each other?
beautiful. Look at
So I'll need to take that and take that. These are little oysterlings, like little shells, but there's about 15. So what you need to do with those is take a slither of the cap, and on the cap there's lots of long cells like that with cross walls. Some cross walls are like that, some have little connections called clamp connections, and that'll tell you which way to go. There's about 15.
Can I pay to spend a day with you?
You couldn't afford it, love, I'm so expensive.
Damn.
2 pies and a cup of coffee.
Make it one pie and you're on. Just amazing. Look at it.
Yeah.
It's so
I suspect there is one called Crepidotus luteolus. Luteolus is yellow, and that's got yellow tones,
look at it.
but you need to check it.
And what do you think that one is then, that jelly one?
That could be, I'll take it, it could be Excidia glandulosa. We had Excidia plana, which is buttered, the little wrinkly one. There is a flat form. Could be that. So what's he from and this is?
Which mycelium? So this is the mycelium of this white one?
No, I think that's something else this. This will be in the wood. This.
Ah, I see.
Wow.
So Jill is 2 here.
It's amazing.
Excidia, so you can see it there where it's wrinkly and it's flattened out.
Well done, Logan.
Yeah, well done, mate. You're not charging me for finding these, are you? I'm potless, mate.
Send him your bill.
Potless fungi, mate. Species.
Okay.
So that's what that is on pendulous sedge.
Oh, right.
Oh, is that the same as the Rose of Sharon?
No, that was on Rose of Sharon.
Yes.
Like I said, there's a book on these things, and
Right.
it's about 800 pages, and it gives you all the plants and all the little dots and roughs on there.
Well, a minute. I would have just thought that was that diet.
So that could be from one of the Boletus, what grows from a yellow mycelium, but well done, yeah, who?
You've got a good eye for this, you have.
Well spotted, mate.
He's going to be a future leader, aren't you? Take everyone from school on a fungi tour.
Sadly, we're going to have to.
Yeah.
Number.
One of them. I'm getting you in there.
What's it called? Number 50.
Mycena galericulata. It's a bonnet fungus,
Yeah.
and the gills go pink. If you look between the gills, there's lots of little cross lines, and it makes up little galleries.
If you find another one now, we're going to have to go to 100.
Please stop.
Seriously, do you know when we've done that open bit in the ground?
That was an hard 50, that.
Very, very similar.
Well, you've met your target, Dave. Well done.
Number 50.
Woo!
That's probably a small